Hi, I'm John Reed, and this is my SWOT analysis on Apple. A brief introduction to Apple. Apple is a multinational corporation based out of California. Produces a many different products such as consumer electronics, personal computers, software and servers. A little bit more information. They're very successful in the stock. They actually reached $1 trillion at one point. They have a lot of retail stores and malls referred to as Apple stores. You also will see them independently built, but most of the time they're in a mall. In the 1990s, Apple did go through a bit of a crisis when they were just making personal computers, and they lost some jobs because of this. But by 1996, they bought out a company called Next, and this allowed for more job openings. So here's some history from late 1990s to 2007 of Apple. In 1998, they came out with the original iMac. 2001, they came out with the first iPod. 2003, they came out with the iTunes Store. And this allowed stock to go up even more. It was very, very well. In 2007, Apple dropped a computer from its name. Like, they used to have Apple Computer instead of just being Apple. So they changed that in 2007. Now, Apple is actually well known more so for their iOS and handheld devices such as their iPhones than really anything else. Here's a brief graph that just shows you from 2001 to 2015, the most recent I could find for the longest amount of time. And it really just shows early 2000s, they were on the low end of the spectrum. 2003, they really dropped quite a bit. But after 2003, heading into 2004 and up to 2009, when the stock market crashed, they were doing really well. And then they kept doing really well till 2015. I mean, they had a little divot back in 2013. But overall, they have a positive growth on their graph. So here's the different logos that Apple has used throughout the years. This is a logo they used in 1976. This is a logo used in 1977 to 98. Logo used in 98. Logo used 98 to 2000. 2001 to 2007, 2008, and so on. And here's a little talk about the 1976 logo. Logo was actually created by the third co-founder, Ronald Wayne. It actually depicts a picture of Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree. With the border of the logo is a quote of Newton himself saying, "A mind forever voyaging through strange sea of thoughts alone." 1977 to 1998, the new logo of a rainbow apple with a bite in it was a result of a word play, like bytes to bytes, gigabytes, and then bytes. Kind of funny. They also used the bite in the side of the apple to give people the knowledge that it was actually an apple and not a tomato, because you don't bite out the side of a tomato. And this was created by Rob Janoff, hired by Steve Jobs at the time. 1998 to present, the color of the apple was changed to make it look more appealing to people. Really, that's the only reason that I could come across. It was just an eyesore to put a rainbow logo on a beige colored laptop or iMac. So some strengths of Apple, they really have a lot of different ways to get their products to you. You can get them online, you can get them in their Apple stores, through your provider. But I'll go into that some more later on. Another strength is their name is so well known. Most people will buy Apple over really anything else because the name's so well known. They've done a great job making a constant pace of good products, and that allows for, a good profit margin. And they have many different product lines inside the consumer technology, as I'll go into in a little bit. You got the Apple Watch. Everybody knows what that is. They're pretty new. Got the iPads. Got the iPhones. Got the AirPods. There's a few more I'd like to talk about. You got the iMac desktop. You got the laptops and the Apple TV. All great products. They have great reviews online. Apple AirPods is actually one of their newest product lines. They just started making these in 2016. They're wireless headphones with 5 hours of playing time. And the second generation was released this year in March. They have a couple products coming soon. The Apple Watch Series 5, that'll be coming out, and so is the iPhone 11. The iPhone 11 actually comes out September 20th of this year. They do have some weaknesses. They have limited retailers because they like to pick and choose who can carry their products. So that really limits them. And the prices are really high. So that makes it to where low-class citizens can't really obtain these products because they come out at really high prices. So you really only have high and middle-class citizens buying and purchasing the devices. Their opportunities, pretty simple: expansion of retailers, higher demand, reducing prices, advancing to new product marketplaces. I think it'd be really cool to see Apple refrigerator, Apple dishwashers and microwaves. I think they could really make a name in that field as well. They have a few threats. They have fighting for the dominance in the market. There's a lot of great companies that are trying to take over being the number one, developer of phones and consumer products. And a lot of time those companies do use ideas that Apple has thought about and put into some of their products and put it in their own. And prices for overseas labor have went up. So here's a couple of Apple's competitors. You got Samsung, Android. They're really going to be competing with Apple more so on the phone side of things. They're really great companies, but Apple just has their name out there. Then you have Google, Dell, Lenovo, and Microsoft making great computers, and that's really challenging them on that front. So they're really getting challenged from many different fields. But all in all, Apple's doing very well. Like I said, they reached $1 trillion in the stock market, more than once too. So all in all, they're doing really well. They could really make use of their opportunities to do even better, but they've done great so far. And here's my reference pages.